I'm going to talk about something pretty controversial right now, so get your controversial pants on. Go get your I don't know. But here we go. I'm going to talk about the battle item Full Heal. Removes all status conditions from your Pokemon and makes it immune to hindrances for a short time. To get even more specific, if we want to head on over to Unite DB, we can see that it has a 50-second cooldown and it lasts for 1.5 seconds. And now for a brief moment, I want to take you back to November 30th, 2022, when out of the blue, we saw Full Heal get nerfed. Its cooldown used to be 40 seconds, it was increased to now 50 seconds. It used to last for 2 seconds, now it lasts for 1.5 seconds. And now here I am to say the controversial thing. Full Heal does not need a buff. Thank you and goodbye. I kid. Let's talk about it. But I don't think they should buff Full Heal. I'm being very serious. Let's get into it. You know, there's a lot of crowd control inside of Pokemon Unite right now, or CC. Stuns, knockups, slows, etc. Things like Trevenant's Wood Hammer come to mind. Slowbro's Surf. Lots of things are stunning you, knocking you up. Espeon's Psyshock is insane damage at insane range that also, for some reason, stuns. Why? Exactly. You may have noticed Comfey also has this move that seems to target you no matter what you do and stuns you. Because why? Yes. And even with all of that, I don't think they should buff Full Heal. I really don't. I don't think that is the solution to this problem. In fact, I think that is the worst solution to this problem. It would be a little bit of a band-aid, but the worst band-aid possible. If the only solution to this overly intense crowd control meta is that we buff one specific item so that every Pokemon now needs to run one specific battle item, you have to run this battle item or you are essentially throwing because there is so much crowd control inside the game, I think we are making a big mistake. They do not need to buff Full Heal. I don't want them to touch Full Heal. I want them to change the way crowd control works in Pokemon Unite, and there have been a lot of theories thrown around about how that could possibly be, but without question, I think one of the worst solutions for this problem is just buffing Full Heal, because now you take the battle items inside of Pokemon Unite that already don't have a ton of variety in build choices, and you make them even less varietal. I probably could have said they would have even less variety, but I didn't. Look, all I'm saying with this video is I fully agree with the idea that we need to do something about crowd control inside of Pokemon Unite. A cool theory that I heard thrown around was maybe crowd control lessens as it continues. So essentially, the first time you get stunned, it's the full duration of it. The second time you get stunned, maybe it has 50% effectiveness, it has 30% effectiveness, etc. So you're not just consistently stunned over and over and over again at the same amount. It has sort of a scale that it goes down. That way, you're not just completely, you know, done for if you get caught by Sableye for 1 second. At the same time, there's a very difficult balance that they would need to figure out with this, because we actually have a meta right now where defenders are very useful, supporters as well, and you don't want to lose that. You don't want a meta where only attackers and speedsters and all-rounders are able to do anything valuable for the team, because we already have people picking those Pokemon way too much. It's actually really nice for a change that defenders are seeing a lot of play inside the meta. That doesn't mean that it's always the funnest thing dealing with the insane amount of crowd control that is inside the game right now. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments of how we could actually fix this problem, but I do have to say that I think buffing Full Heal is absolutely one of the worst solutions to this problem. You essentially funnel every single build into one battle item, and that is really not fun. You want a more diverse meta where you could actually run something like Fluffy Tail, buff Fluffy Tail or something like that, but right now there aren't a lot of reasons to run things outside of Full Heal already, and now you turn it into the only good battle item and all of a sudden battle items are irrelevant. It's just the Full Heal slot. Something else that we possibly could do with crowd control for a moment would be to take crowd control and all of a sudden you actually have a resistance to crowd control after you've already been hit with it. To be fair, that would probably take Full Heal completely out of the game, which would be an interesting change, but essentially you get hit with one Wood Hammer hammer, and for 2 seconds, 1 second, whatever it would be, the next crowd control effect doesn't even affect you. That might actually be a decent solution. All of these things would need to be managed very, very well. When I talk about something that happens for 1 second, that could be way too much. It might have to be half a second or something like that. Or that might not be long enough. It might need to be a second and a half or something like that. But you get the idea that I'm stating. I don't think I have the mathematically perfect formula, but it's possible that just, hey, you get hit with one instance of crowd control, you can't be hit with another. That does create a whole new slew of problems where essentially people almost have a built-in full heal. Maybe you would have to have this on some sort of internal cooldown. I really don't know. But there needs to be some sort of change to the amount of crowd control. I do agree that there's too much of it inside of Pokemon Unite, and I would like to see a system where it felt like you got less punished when you were trying to play your Pokemon. But I'm telling you, for all the people who keep saying buff full heal, that is really the worst solution for this problem. That is give a man a fish. We need to teach a man to fish for the devs. Let's teach them to fish and get the developers to create something where the crowd control isn't so insane, rather than giving us the one and only counter to it being a battle item. I think it would be much, much better if we saw something different in the form of a fix to crowd control. Again, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. I'm not saying I'm right about everything. I'm just right about this thing. But seriously, let me know what you think. Let me know what you think could fix crowd control inside of Pokemon Unite. It's a bit of a thing. There are a lot of stuns. Sableye is insane. Woodhammer is insane. Psyshock is insane. Oh, before I go, another thing that I had heard at some point was that what if they took away stuns from every single class except for defenders and supports? So none of the attackers, none of the all-around, none of them had the ability to stun or anything like that with their moves. For instance, Sacred Sword on Zacian, Psyshock on Espeon, things like that had no form of crowd control at all. I actually think it would probably be cool to keep a lot of those things inside the game. Just have a system where crowd control didn't seem to let you put your controller down at certain points. Because none of us want a game where at certain points we go, well, I might as well just set my controller down because I've been caught in this combo, and this combo is an absolute nightmare. All right, love you all. I'll talk to you soon.